Okay, you can see it? Okay, great. All right, let me just close that. Let me just go on slideshow. Okay. All right, so welcome to this webinar, which is an introduction to OnCampus Southampton. My name is Sarah Dye, I'm the Centre Director, and with me today is Tanya Ahmed, who is the Head of Student Services, and Rui Luo, who's the Progression Officer within our centre. On this slide, you can see the structure within our centre. So, as I said, we have the Head of Student Services with us today. We also have a Head of Learning and Teaching, and each of those heads have a team of teaching staff and program leaders or student services team below them. So that's a bit of an insight into the structure within the centre. We are based in the centre of Southampton, in the city centre. Here you can see some pictures of the outside of the building and the internal space, in particular the art and the sewing rooms. So within this building, it is a University of Southampton campus, and we occupy 3 floors of this building. And we have some dedicated space which is just for the on-campus students. And that includes 3 art and design spaces, including a sewing room. We have a Mac suite, which is also just for on-campus students, and 19 dedicated classrooms, and a student common room, which is a place for students to go to socialise and relax. And we have events taking place in there so that students can get to know each other and have some fun. The other facilities within this building, which we share with the university, are the cafe, the Artisan Cafe, which is in the ground floor of the building. There is also a student hub, which is staffed by University of Southampton Wellbeing team. We also have the tech hub. You can see some photos here. This is an area within the building where students can go for private study. It's brand new. It's only been open for a few months, so some really fantastic facilities. And there are also some lecture theatres and faith rooms for those students who go to pray. So we are within a University of Southampton campus building, but some of those spaces are dedicated just for on-campus Southampton students. So really they're part of the university from day one. So why should you choose on-campus Southampton? Well, the university is a very high-ranking university. It's in the top 20 of universities in the UK and in the top 80 around the world. It's, of course, as you probably know, one of the founding members of the Russell Group of universities. Has a very long history and is very well renowned for certain subjects, including being in the top 10 in the UK for engineering, for example. So there are many good reasons to choose on campus for your progression route into the University of Southampton. We run 2 main programs here on campus. The first of these is the undergraduate foundation program, which you can start either in September or in January, leading into your undergraduate degree in the following September. If your language level is a bit lower than the requirement for the 3-term program, we also offer an extended program, which you can start in September or actually also in June, leading into the following September. The undergraduate foundation program, we have 5 different pathways: business, humanities, art and design, engineering, and life sciences. For each of those modules, if you need to do English, you would do 6 hours a week of English. You would do 6 hours a week of one of your modules, 6 hours of the second module, and 3 hours a week on a skills module. So that just gives you an idea of how many hours per week you would be expected to be in the classroom. Just to point out that if you are applying for the business pathway, you will study a module called Advanced Maths, and a number of students struggle with this module because it's quite advanced maths. So make sure that you have those skills in the maths area if you're thinking of applying for the business pathway. And also, if you're studying art and design pathway, you will study one big module for 12 hours a week called Art, Practice and Creative Design. And in this module, you'll mostly be working on your own project. So something which is connected to the degree course that you're planning to progress to. So just to give you a little bit more information about the art and design pathway, I know there are some students on the call who are interested particularly in this route. There are a number of different degrees that students can progress to from the art and design pathway, and you can see these listed on the right of the screen. As mentioned on the previous slide, you studied 3 core modules: contextual studies, art, practice and creative design, and English if you are required to. Please do note that if you are applying for one of these for the art and design pathway, you must have skills in drawing to be able to complete this course successfully. So all students have to produce a sketchbook and a portfolio at the end of the program. So you really need those drawing and artistic skills before you arrive for the foundation program. Just to highlight here, fashion management and marketing, this is one of our popular progression degrees. And here I just wanted to show you some of the student work which our students this year have produced. These are students who are going to progress to the fashion management and marketing degree program. So on this slide, you can see the task was to put together a social media marketing campaign about a style tribe. And you can see the students' work here. They created an Instagram page. And on the other slide here, this is another project which has been done by students this year. Students had to design what they thought a future shopping experience would look like. So this was based on the brand called Skims and called Back to the Future. So this is just a sample of the type of work which we expect students to produce on the art and design program. So in addition to the undergraduate foundation program, we also have the pre-masters program. This program is divided into 2 longer semesters, each semester of about 13 weeks. And again, you can start that program either in September or in January. And if you require further additional English language preparation, you can also start that part of the program in September. This program is new. We have just redesigned the program so that we're better preparing students for entry into a postgraduate degree course at the university. So these are the modules that you would study on that program. Everybody studies the same modules. You can see that there's a module called Academic English Language Development, which really focuses on preparing you not for an IELTS test, but for the language requirements that you are going to need at postgraduate level within the university. So that includes academic writing, referencing, paraphrasing, and so on. Your undergraduate research dissertation is the biggest module, and in this module you will be focusing on your future postgraduate degree subject and writing a 6,000 word dissertation around that topic. The program also includes some employability skills like working in teams and personal development for employability. So we're not just thinking about preparation for your postgraduate studies, but preparation for the working environment once you finish your postgraduate studies. So the pre-master's program is a 2-semester program, but I also just wanted to mention to you that we have a new 1-semester pre-master's program starting in May this year for students who wish to start their postgraduate degree in Southampton this September. So the course starts on the 20th of May and finishes on the 23rd of August. To meet the requirements of the entry for this program, you need to have an IELTS 6 overall with a 5.5 in each component. And on this program, you would study 2 core modules, the research dissertation module and the academic English language development module. So if you're interested in the 1-semester pre-master's program, applications are open at the moment for the program starting in May. I just wanted to give you also a taste of what your timetable will look like. So this is the typical timetable for an undergraduate foundation program student. This student does not study additional English, so they have a few less hours, but you can see that classes happen anytime between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday. And you will probably have 2 or 3 hours of class every day. Sometimes your days will be longer, sometimes they'll be shorter. But this is a typical undergraduate foundation program timetable. And equally for the pre-masters, again, you can see more or less how your week would be looking in terms of your lessons throughout the week. But again, all of the classes take place between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, so not at the weekends at all. So that should give you a bit of an idea of the kind of programs that we run here in the centre and what our expectations are in terms of when you need to be in class. I'm going to hand over now to Rui, our progression officer, who will talk a little bit about the progression and engagement activities that we organise with the university. So Rui, over to you.
Thank you, Sarah. So hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all online. So my name is Rui. I'm the progression officer at ONCAMPUS Southampton. So I'm going to cover a bit about progression and engagement activities that we have got in the centre. So on the table that you can see now, these are the typical progression requirements for getting into Southampton. So for the undergraduate foundation program, so progressing on to a BSc, BA or integrated master's program, you will need to get an academic overall of 60%. So that's the weighted average of the 3 academic modules that you do, excluding the English language. Okay, so for example, you are interested in doing a UFE business pathway, progressing onto a business management degree, you are required to meet a 60% overall with specific module requirements. So that's 60% in advanced maths. So English language is pretty standard. So it's overall 65% with a minimum of 60 in each component, which means reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Okay, and then with the PMP program, so I'm going into a MSc or MA program. So you either need to get a 60% or 70% overall from your academic modules. And the English language requirement is pretty similar to the UFP program, but if you are interested in studying a business degree within the Southampton Business School, the language requirement is a little bit higher than the rest. Okay, so it's 65% with a minimum 60 in reading and writing and 60% in listening and speaking. In terms of progression to the University of Southampton, everything is completed in-house by the team, so there's no need to submit a separate application to the university. So you do not need to prepare for a CV, personal statement, or a UCAS application. So you do not need to pay any application fees to the university. Okay, so students will receive a conditional offer letter directly from the university near the end of term 1. For example, if you start with us in September, you are expected to receive your conditional offer letter in the second week of December. So it's normally the 15th of December, so just before you go on to your Christmas holiday. So a lot of assessment will happen throughout the program. So this is a very important step for us, for the teaching team and the student service team to track your progress. So we are able to plan the next step and report to the university. If you are off track and in a certain module, we are able to provide extra support for you. Okay, and also a bit more about the engagement activities. So education is just more than just studying hard. Okay, on Campus Southampton, we will organize different activities throughout the academic year. There will be academic, informative, or social activities throughout the year. For example, with academic activities, we'll have workshops, seminars, library induction at the university, taster lectures at Highfield or at the Sir James Matfield building here, have facility tours. For example, if you are an engineering student, we will give you an opportunity to visit the Boldswood campus to meet the professor from the School of Electronic and Computer Science and Engineering, so they're able to give you more information about the degree that you will be entering into. So for then also we will provide support or have careers and employability. Sorry.
Do you want me to move back? Sorry.
Go back a slide. Sorry.
Sorry.
So we will have careers and employability sessions in centre that would cover CV writing skills, interview preparation, and mock interview, as well as make sure that you have all you need to get that job that you are hoping to get. Okay, and then the on the right hand side here is just an example of the conditional offer letter that you will receive in near the end of term 1. It basically covers it has information about the degree program, the mode of study, the location of your study, and then the start date, which is very important, and also the offer valid until day, so the deadline which you have to accept your offer. Okay, Sarah, would you be able to go on to next slides for me?
Sure.
Thank you. So here's a slide for campus location. So most of you will be studying at Highfield campus. So for example, if you study a degree within the Southampton Business School, a degree within law, education, and you will spend most of your time at Highfield. So that's the main campus for the university. So Boulderwood Innovation Campus, that's the home to engineering and maritime engineering students. And the Southampton Business School has also taken a room within the campus for their student hub. And then the next one is the University Hospital Southampton. So if you study anything medicine related or nursing program, you spend most of the time at the hospital. The waterfront campus, so that's for oceanography and marine biology related programs. For the Avenue campus, that's the home of our humanities subjects. So if you study English and history, film studies with TV and media, so that's where you will spend most of your time. Last but not least, the Winchester campus, that's the home for the Winchester School of Art. If you study fashion design, textile design, game design and art, and also fashion marketing and management. So these are all of the undergraduate programs at Winchester. And the Sir James Matfield building is where we are located. So it's in the city centre of Southampton. So if you come and study with us, you will spend a year here at Sir James Matfield building. The last one is the Malaysia campus, where that's an overseas campus for the university. Would you move up? Thank you. So the university, they have got their own employability and careers department. So they have established a website called My Careers. So all of our students will have their unique Southampton login details where you are able to use it to access this facility. So basically, it's a website that has top tips for looking for jobs in the UK, CV writing skills, interview prep, and then you are also able to book a in-person one-to-one session with the counsellor there available at the university. All good.
Okay, thank you very much, Rui. So I'll hand over now to Tanya, who will give you a bit more information about the activities and support within the on-campus centre. Tanya?
Thank you so much, Sarah, and good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well and are having a lovely day. My name's Tanya. I'm the Head of Student Services here at On Campus Southampton, and as Sarah said, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about enrichment and engagement to start off with. So here at the centre, we strongly believe in academic performance, don't get me wrong, but we also really want you to have a really, really good time when you're studying here with us at On Campus Southampton. Your university experience is one in a lifetime, and we want to make sure that all of your achievements, all of your big wins and small wins are celebrated here at On Campus. And something that we really pride ourselves upon is working with you to organise events and activities. For example, I went to university about 5 to 7 years ago. I'm a bit out of date. So you guys know exactly what you want to see from us, and we want to do as much as we can to organise those events with you. Some of the events and activities that we've actually organised in the past have been related to a host of different things. For example, sports and activities. So we've organised charity football matches where we've donated raised funds from our students and donated them to various different organisations all across the world, globally, to causes that are passionate and are close to home for our students. Moving on from that, we celebrate cultural celebrations. Some of these celebrations include Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, Christmas celebrations, Easter weekend. We've got Easter coming up this weekend, and we've actually planning an Easter egg hunt around the centre next week. So that sounds really, really fun, and we want to organise different events with you. Last week, we also organised an iftar event for students observing Ramadan. So again, these are events that have been requested by our students and have been put in place with you guys. Moving on from that, related to a bit more practical skills, we've organised a Careers and Employability Week over the last couple of weeks. And this has been something that our student representatives, which I'll talk about in a little bit, have said that they really want to see from us. So what we've asked our colleagues at the university to do is come in, so colleagues from the Careers and Employability team come in and deliver seminars, sessions on how to apply for a job and different support services that you all have access to. What we've then done is organise different workshops here within the centre on how to write a CV, how to apply for a job, what jobs are available to you during your studies here, visa regulations, so what jobs are eligible to you as part and meeting those visa requirements that many of you will have. Alongside that, interviews. So a big part of applying for a job is having interviews. So we've organised mock interviews for you to experience what it will be like to have an actual interview before you go into a real one. We can prepare you for that. We can support you with that. We just need you to ask us and tell us what it is that you need. We're in the month of March, so we've been celebrating Women's History Month this month, having a lot of powerful women over the past. A lot of women come in from the university to deliver seminars and workshops to discuss their experiences of what it means to be a woman and what it is to be a woman in education, and discuss those experiences with you all. And then also learning about what it means to be a woman for you all, for any female students and male students as well. So it's been really, really positive to see. Like I said, we strongly believe in working with you to shape your student experience, and becoming a student representative allows you to be a voice for the entire student body. You speak to your fellow students, your fellow peers in class, outside of class, and tell us what it is that you would like to see from us, and we will make the arrangements and try as best as we possibly can to get those things in place for you. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay.
Moving on to student support. My team here in the centre, our student services team, we offer a range of support here within the centre. This includes under 18 support, so any student who enrolls and registers with us under the age of 18, we offer additional support in terms of friendly check-ins, in terms of seeing how you're getting on. We've got 3 student support officers who are always available to support you and check in on you and keep up to date with you. Tell us what's going on with your studies. Tell us what's going on with you finding a job or what you're doing outside of classes. We want to know, so keep us updated. Attendance and engagement, we're quite strict and heavy on attendance and engagement. We monitor student attendance every single week. And the main reason we do that is to make sure that you are all on track. Okay, there's a strong correlation between strong attendance and performance, okay, and strong academic performance. We want to make sure that every single one of you achieve the best possible results you can. The biggest and most key way to do that is going to class, okay? So we will monitor your attendance, and anything that we identify, anything of concern, we'll reach out to you to have that first initial meeting just to see what's going on, if there's anything impacting you from preventing you from attending class, and let's see what we can do to support you with that. Welfare support. Obviously, many of you are studying here in Southampton and in the UK for the very first time. That comes with a lot of change, a lot of newness, and we want to support you with navigating through that change, okay? That might mean that you do experience and need welfare support with us. What does welfare support mean? It means anything related to your mental, emotional, and physical health, okay? And we want to make sure that you are all well enough in terms of those 3 things to study. All we ask you to do is let us know what it is that you need, and we'll make sure that we've got the resources in place to support you. If we don't have that here within the centre, we will refer you to our colleagues at the University of Portsmouth, who also have such a fantastic big team to support you. What I want to demonstrate to you today is that we're very big on support, and we want to make sure that you feel comfortable and well enough to study and achieve those results that we desperately want to see you achieve. Moving on from that, system support. So when you're studying here on campus and the university, there's going to be a host of different systems and new systems for you to use and navigate through. What we will do is support you in class with your tutors and outside of class with a member of my team who will help you with understanding those systems in terms of how to use them and how to submit your assessments on things like a platform called Turnitin. Okay. And then progression support. Obviously, you just met Rui just now, and Rui offers a lot of support in terms of how to progress to the University of Southampton, which is our ultimate goal. We want to see you get there, and we will offer you every bit of information, a detailed breakdown, and in terms of exactly what to do, in terms of what to get involved in, and what to achieve to progress to the University of Southampton. I think it's important to note our training and expertise that we've got here within the centre, not just with the student support team, but amongst our tutors and amongst the management team. We've got so many colleagues with fantastic academic qualifications, ranging from degrees to PhDs to teaching in different countries, as well as being first aid trained, safeguarding trained, and we're all in the process of getting mental health trained as well. So really great resources, really great trainings in place that allows our team to be able to better support you during your studies with us. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. If you don't mind moving on to the next slide.
Okay.
I'll hand over to you, Sarah, for this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. So just to summarize, what can you expect from us if you come to study with us at On Campus Southampton? We will provide you with an excellent academic preparation, whether it's for your undergraduate or your postgraduate degree course, and really help support that transition, that change into a UK university environment, which is probably quite different to the academic environment that you are currently studying in. In addition to the academic preparation, as Rui and Tanya have mentioned, we will provide you with a number of engagement activities with university staff and students to really help you with that progression from the foundation program into your degree program. We monitor your progress very, very carefully. So every month we report to the university on how all of our students are doing and whether they're on track to succeed. And where we can see that students are struggling or they need some extra help, we can provide that additional academic support by offering, for example, additional maths support classes. In addition to the academic support, as Tanya mentioned, you can expect pastoral and well-being support. So we want to make sure that you are having a good time in the UK, that you're feeling comfortable and well, both physically and mentally. And we're here to support you in that if things go wrong and you're not feeling so well at some point. So we're here to support you in that. And we provide you with some social events and activities that if you become a student rep and take part in the student representative committee, then you would be part of that planning team for those activities. So as Tanya mentioned, the student rep committee is really, really important to us. We want to continuously improve the experience of all of our students on campus Southampton. So getting feedback from our student rep group is really, really important, and we really value all of the feedback that we receive from them. So as we mentioned right at the beginning, the University of Southampton is a very high-ranking university, and as a consequence of that, has very high expectations of the students who join their undergraduate and postgraduate degrees. So our expectations of you are also very high. We expect 100% attendance. As I mentioned earlier, lessons take place between 8 a.m. And 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday. And we do expect students to be in class on time for every class. In addition to the time that you are spending in the classroom, we expect a full commitment to your studies. So outside of lessons, you are expected to do additional 10 to 15 hours of independent study per week. We expect you to be active in the classroom. Try not to be shy. Try to participate and ask questions as much as possible. The more you put into the lesson yourselves, the more you're going to get out of those lessons. Of course, we expect you to do all of your assessments, complete and submit them on time. But assessments also doesn't just mean the final assessments, but I mean all of the homework and lesson preparation tasks which are given to you by your tutors. So come ready to every class and ready to participate. And also respond to any communications that we send out to you from any member of the on-campus team. Just finally to note that as students of the university, you have access to all of the university facilities, whether that's libraries, the sports facilities, all of the social spaces. So you will get a University of Southampton ID card, and you can have access to all of those facilities. But also you can join any of the many student societies and clubs that the university offers. And you can go to any of the talks, workshops, anything else that's taking place at the university. You have access to that also. And finally, you have access to the university's wellbeing support, which is available 24 hours a day. Tanya, should I just pass over to you to do the last bit on living in Southampton?
Oh, yes, please, Sarah, please do. Thank you. So with regards to our location, before I start talking about accommodation, just wanted to give you all a bit of information about where we are based as a centre in terms of Southampton as a city and what's close by. So as you can see here on the map, we here are based in the city centre. So our building, Sir James Matthews building, is based within the city centre. This is central location. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're
I
okay.
clicked when I shouldn't have done. There you go.
No, that's fine. So we are central location. In terms of the Highfield campus that Rui mentioned earlier, it's about a 15 to 20-minute journey from our current location, okay? All of you will have access to bus and different transport links within the centre, which are all user-friendly. We've got a train station, literally about 5-minute, 10-minute walk, if that, really close to us as a centre. In terms of what's around us, New Forest, it's a great place if you're into outdoorsy and outdoor walking and hikes and stuff. That's about a 20-minute journey, 20-minute to 30-minute journey from Southampton. Bournemouth is about 40-minute to an hour away from Southampton as well, which is really beautiful in the summer as well. It's just such a beautiful place to be. We are very lucky to be on the coast in terms of where we are, so it's a beautiful sight to see. In terms of London, it's about an hour and a half as well, so that's where we are in terms of location. Moving on from that, what is life in Southampton? What can you see? What can you have access to? There's so many different things. With Southampton being such a popular and vibrant city, there's so many different things that you have on your doorstep, essentially. There's so many different job opportunities within the city. We're a busy city, but we're not like the levels of London busy, which is amazing because, again, it gives you the same opportunities, the same different services and platforms where you can find jobs. We've got West Quay, a massive shopping centre on our doorstep where you can go and find retail jobs to complement your studies here with us. We also have the Students' Union that has over 230 different societies available for you to join. Many of them are free, but some of them you do need to pay for. But these societies can go from cultural societies, religious societies, sports societies, and different quirks and niches. I'm pretty sure there's a Harry Potter society if you're involved and if you're interested in that. So different things that you can get engaged and take part in and meet people who share the same interests as you, whether they're current on-campus students or University of Southampton students. So it's a great way for you to meet new people. Being on the coast also gives you so many different opportunities to take part in outdoorsy events, so such as sailing, windsurfing, or just a lovely walk along the beach. Again, during the summer, it's such a beautiful sight to see. And it's something we strongly encourage. There's different societies that feed into that. So we've got a windsurfing society, a sailing society as well, if that's something you are interested in. And also local events that are taking place within the city. So there's such a rich and cultural scene within the city with so many different art galleries. We've got an art gallery literally across the street from us, which is amazing. Museums, theatres, and so many different cinemas for you to choose from. So it's something where you're not really missing out on like the new releases of movies or Marvel things or things that are coming out. It's on your doorstep and that you can go and see and take part with, take your friends along to, and really get involved in lots of different community events. So there's marathons that take place all across the city. If running is something that you're into, I know we've got a few tutors here in the centre that love running and run in marathons for charity or just for themselves. A great way for you to meet new people and really get engrossed into the community that is Southampton. Moving on from that, Sarah. Accommodation. So this is something that I know is a key topic of conversation, and we're very lucky because we are so centrally based in the city. All of our accommodation providers, we work with 3 key ones, are literally within a 5-10 minute walk away from the centre. We've got 3 different types of accommodation or 3 key accommodation providers that we work with. They are called Orion's Point, Mercury Point, and the Crossings. Okay. The rooms can vary depending on preference. So you can go from a standard room to a premier suite, and the prices can vary as well. The prices go from about £215 to up to £300. Okay. Again, it's all depending on preference and what it is that you would like from your room and accommodation. We have private rooms and then we have shared flats. Shared flats allow you to meet new students and live with your fellow peers, and whether that's on-campus students, current on-campus students, or previous on-campus students, where you can meet and hear their experiences as well. So a great way for you to meet new people, live with people as well as part of the university experience, and still be very, very close to centre where you're not having to travel too far to get to your classes as well. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. So that's the end of our presentation. We're very happy to answer any questions that any of you have. Whether you want to type in the chat or speak on camera, we'd be happy to answer anything.
I think Taiwanese students are usually very shy. at first. So can I ask a question?
Of course.
Okay, I think this question might be directed at Rui. What's the progression rate, like average progression rate, do you think?
Our average progression rate from year 2 is around 80%.
So what happens to those who did not successfully progress to Southampton?
So if the student didn't achieve the required grade for the University of Southampton, we provide progression support for those students. So basically supporting them with UCAS application at the end of the program. So for example, help them with completing the UCAS application on personal statement, CV writing, and also providing a reference to support them.
So like if student is not likely to progress, that would be something that I guess you and Sarah would be keeping up with, and you would let the students know beforehand so they have enough time. Okay.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we'll provide them with alternative options before they finish the program here.
如果有人有问题的话，可以打在那个 chat 里面。这个机会蛮难得的，所以如果有问题的话，可以用英文或中文问都可以。Can I just ask, like, what's your favorite thing about living in Southampton?
I live in Bournemouth, so
oh, okay.
I live by the sea.
But
and Tanya
so
lives in Portsmouth.
Close.
So Rui can answer that question because she's the only one who lives in
locally in Southampton. So I've been living here ever since I moved here. I like the New Forest because, well, my partner is very outdoor person, so we like to go for a walk and hikes a lot.
Yeah, me too. It's I think Southampton's quite green. It has lots of parks. It's quite a small city. So it's very easy to get around. It's not like London is quite stressful to be traveling around, but Southampton not at all. The bus system is very good. There's a good shopping centre and lots for students to do in the evenings. Lots of entertainment venues, but equally there's loads of places nearby Southampton, like the New Forest, and it's very easy to travel out of Southampton, whether it's towards London or towards the coast or towards the north of England. So I think it's really well located, and in terms of living costs, cheaper than living in other cities as well.
I think also, sorry. No, sorry. I was just going to say that it's one of the biggest cities in the south. So like when it comes to like festivals and things that like comedians coming down and stuff, they tend to come to Southampton rather than the smaller city. So although it's not the same population as London, where it is super busy all the time, it's still got that relaxed feel while still being a very vibrant and popular city that students can enjoy. And sorry, going back to your question.
So I was just gonna ask, would you say it's a relatively safe city?
Okay. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, absolutely.
The university also have like a security team on campus. Our building has a security team, so definitely we take pride in ourselves in terms of how much security is provided for students, whether it's here at on campus in terms of our building and the university as well.
Yeah, I don't think students are going to ask questions because you all gave such a detailed presentation. So I think probably whatever questions they have right now, like they've been answered already. But just to ask, like you will do another like pre-arrival, pre-departure session later, right?
Yeah, we will. Sort of a more generic one about what to bring, what to pack, what to expect when students arrive, and information about how to find us, and enrollment and that kind of thing. So we'll be doing those in the summer.
Okay, so really our students have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. We're waiting to welcome them here on campus.
Okay, so I think this is probably it. Thank you all so much for attending this session. So we hope to see all the students join Sarah and Rui and Thania at Southampton this year. Thank
Yeah, we
you.
look forward to it. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you all so
Thank you.
much. Bye. Have a lovely
Bye.
day.
Bye.
Bye.